No one in Johannesburg expected that David Webster would become a pivotal figure in exposing the dark underbelly of the apartheid system. In the late 1980s, Webster was a prominent anti-apartheid activist and a researcher whose life's work revolved around documenting the state's brutal repression of dissent. His commitment to justice stood in stark contrast to the government's growing authoritarianism, leading him to uncover a series of gruesome crimes committed by the security forces against perceived enemies of the state. On the night of May 1st, 1989, as the city bustled with the fervor of protests, David was found dead in his own home, shot multiple times. His murder sent shockwaves through the community. It was not just a crime, it was a political assassination, a calculated move to silence an outspoken voice against apartheid. David had spent years collecting evidence on the killings of anti-apartheid activists, and the circumstances surrounding his death hinted at a wider conspiracy. As police investigated, they faced an overwhelming challenge, a wall of silence imposed by the government and its agents. Many believed that security forces were deeply involved, striving to maintain their grip on power through instilling fear. Friends and family of David knew he wasn't just another martyr. He was a critical line of defense against state-sponsored murder. The reactions to his death ignited an international outcry. Activists rallied in his memory, demanding justice, while the government insisted there was no link to his activism. Meanwhile, whispers circulated about a covert unit within the police force, known only as the Death Squad, responsible for maintaining the apartheid regime's control. Rumors of their involvement fueled a burgeoning investigative community eager to expose the truth. In parallel with political unrest, the South African Secret Police, or BOSS, began to tighten their grip, hoping to quell dissent through violent means. Witnesses reported seeing strange vehicles near Webster's home the night of his murder, and some even claimed they spotted officers lurking nearby. Yet as investigations progressed, those leads mysteriously dried up, leaving little more than frustration and fear in their wake. The then government's attempts to lead the investigation saw no soldiers brought to justice, emphasizing the reckless impunity enjoyed by the security forces. Friends of David formed a dedicated group, the Webster Committee, committed to uncovering the circumstances behind his murder and the broader network of violence that plagued the nation. Their efforts highlighted the community's indomitable spirit and determination in the face of systemic repression. As the years passed and apartheid began to crumble, the murder of David Webster became a symbol of the nation's struggle for truth and reconciliation. The committee played a significant role in documenting abuses, sparking an international push to confront the legacy of violence and secrecy. In 1994, following the historic democratic elections, ensuring his legacy became a drive for many, amplifying voices that spoke of accountability and justice. Though decades have passed since his tragic murder, the story of David Webster is not just his own. It remains intertwined with the countless souls lost during the fight for freedom in South Africa. The truth about his assassination serves as a reminder. In the darkest times, the quest for justice can shine a light on the path to reconciliation. The government of the day was forced to reckon with its past actions, understanding that silence surrounding violence only serves to prolong oppression.